Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar, and today's episode of Haunted Gaming is brought to you. This is what I would be saying like 8 years ago, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, today we're going down a little rabbit hole regarding a video game and some mystery shenanigans. Now, some of y'all in the audience might know about Nier. I'm sorry if I'm acting weird, dude. I got like a crick in the neck and it's just not leaving. So tonight I was playing Grand Theft Auto online, and like Rockstar's effort, they obviously do not care about any modder jumping into your game and freezing it. Now, of course, while I was a little depressed that I didn't get to play the new GTA update, I'm conveniently glad that I didn't, because I'd be missing out on what is one of the interesting rabbit holes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you might have heard of a game known as Nier. Now, Nier is a franchise that has about 3 games, 2 on the consoles, 1 on a mobile device, but Nier is a Square Enix game franchise where one of the most popular entries that was all the way taken over by storm is Nier Automata, developed by the amazing Platinum Games, who've made Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. Look, I may not like the story there, but the gameplay and chopping people up into a million pieces, absolute banger. They've made amazing games like Astral Chain and Nier Automata. If it's an action game and it's made by them, they know how to do it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Nier Automata has been out for years at this point, and luckily, if you're like me, you probably have a copy of the game physically day one 1.0, and if you're a Canadian like me, you may be entitled to jump into one of the interesting ARG like myth hunting dilemmas of our time. Now, of course, myth hunting is not new in video games. I've been around this since Grand Theft Auto San Andreas trying to find Bigfoot. Now, for context, Nier Automata, towards the latter half of the game, you get to this point called the Clone City, the copied city, and this area that you were just able to walk into was something that nobody has ever seen for years, until one user by the name of Sad Futago posted about it, and this is the only user to this day that has actually posted about this at all, and it's absolutely drawn people insane. This seems like one of the biggest myths in gaming at this point that just somehow blew up. So, really, how did all of this begin? Now, one of the first posts by Sad Futago 2 months ago on r/Nier fanart was, "Hello, how do you open the church? Hello, I'm new to Reddit and want to know how to open the church in Nier Automata." Now, of course, this got a little bit of traction, and of course, right now, a lot of people are posting onto it. You know, you're literally the only person that knows. Now, of course, nobody but this guy has ended up finding it. Now, if you look at Sad Futago's Reddit account, this is the first post ever made. In fact, the cake day was June 10th, 2022. So, ladies and gentlemen, this account was literally made to talk all about Nier and this one bug. Now, of course, later on, a month ago, he actually made this post that got a lot more traction, and it started the whole mystery. This is the church area I was talking about that is in the door after you beat Adam in the copied city underground area. The door open button doesn't show up for my friend in the hallway entrance, so it kind of feels like a creepypasta where he actually has, like, off-screen screenshots that he's taken, allegedly, on the PlayStation 4. Now, of course, anybody can Photoshop screenshots and make anything look like anything, but of course he decided to then point the iPhone at the screen and record what is, in fact, somewhat irrefutable video footage. So here he's walking around in the Clone City, and of course, it's on the PlayStation 4 as to our belief. If we believe what OP says, this is on the actual PS4, base PlayStation 4, never connected to the internet, 1.0 copy of the game from Canada, French Canada to be specific. So right here, they're getting to this wall section, and of course, if you look over here, they got a button prompt, so a circle. So this is, of course, to signify that it's on PS4. Now, of course, this isn't a dead, confirmation. It's not as if you can't play the PC version of the game and modify PlayStation control prompts into it. I don't know if Nier is one of those games where if you connect a PS4 controller, it just starts giving you prompts for PlayStation. But it's not like you can't mod it in. It's not like you can't replace the Xbox basic button prompts into PlayStation ones. So, of course, when he's over here, he presses the circle button and opens the door to get into this area, to which all the other enemies push him further in. So again, this is a little bit new. It hasn't been discovered yet at all until today. And the only person that's been able to do this is Sad Futago. So again, because it's a PlayStation game, Sad Futago was then notified by the modding community for Nier, and everyone sort of jumped into it to figure out what was going on, okay? The posts by Sad Futago are a bit infrequent. This is from 2 days ago. So again, 2 days ago, this post got made by Sad Futago. "Hello, here is the video for the clip I recorded on my PS4 that I put on my USB of the door in the church hallway. I uploaded for the Discord server. I got a space error because I recorded too long, I think." Now, what he's referring to is obviously when you have a PlayStation device or an Xbox device, you can actually record snippets of gameplay, up to an hour even if you felt like it. So of course, in this case, he had enough space on his drive to record this natively off of the PlayStation 4 share features. So again, if we watch this footage right here, it's just near being done. He's fighting the enemies, and of course, he runs off towards that church wall over here that you typically would not be able to get into. And of course, it seems like he's able to walk around just fine. It's wild. How? There's even iron ore that's stuck in there too. Now again, as the further he goes down into this area, which it literally reminds me of one of the endings of Elden Ring, there are literal animations that are happening. So at this church door, hit circle, walk in, and you can start to see this like MC Escher design library going on here. And again, 19 hours ago by Sad Futago, he uploaded even more footage of this entire situation. Yeah, look at this. It's got like a whole cutscene, like the camera design has been done, and then they're pointing the camera right at this like Kit character with like a flower coming out, a little enemy. Like this is a wild thing indeed. It's a wild goose chase to be going off on. To my understanding, with console level modifications, a lot of them are just frame rate modifications, resolution modifiers, things that you would see from Lance McDonald, where he basically modded certain games like Silent Hill to walk around an open area that was previously inaccessible, or modifying Bloodborne so you can play the game at 60 frames per second. Now, of course, even Lance McDonald, friend of the show, basically had jumped onto this and basically said that this seems like a full-on hoax to this individual. No one has worked out how they managed to make the secret door appear. Literally one person on Earth has accessed this room, and we are utterly mind-blown. This has been an ongoing mystery for over a month since this person just randomly posted. And of course, that's Sat Futago's initial posts. It is not yet possible to mod Nier Automata in this way. If anyone is curious, this is fake. And of course, Lance McDonald is the kind of guy who's discovered the final secret himself, officially as verified by the actual, development team of Nier Automata. So now that you walked through this madness, ladies and gentlemen, because of this one poster, this one guy, ladies and gentlemen, he's thrown the entire Nier board into some level of spookiness, okay? The entire Nier board has went into just basically talking about this for 24 hours. So again, here's some memes. I'm at the secret door in the copied city, our good old friend, Tom Scott. And of course, the more and more you go down, you have entire discussions and Discord posts that I'm live monitoring right now talking about what is factual and what is infactual about this. So you've got somebody who's basically like Sad Futago claiming that they're using the original 1.0 version of the game from French Canada. And the 1.0 version of the game is something I have. And this has sparked so much interest that I'm currently installing this onto my PS5, no internet, just so I can play the 1.0 version of the game again. The PS4 has been disconnected from Wi-Fi since receiving Nier Automata. Kinda sussy-wussy, I mean, just keeping your whole system disconnected like that, seems wild and weird. There is no existing geometry in the copied city of the door location that would support a door in any version of the game. Sad Futago claims their first check with A2 was during the quest An Odd Machine. So of course, some of the things we have tried. So everyone has been trying this on multiple different versions. Either it's the Japanese 1.0 all the way to the latest PC release that you can get on Steam. They try to get the same amount of kills. They try all the cheat codes that are found by Lance McDonald. They've literally dumped assets from the actual game to try to find anything that could replicate in that church. So nobody to this point has found any evidence proving that any of this even exists at all. And the only person that has talked about this is Sad Futago. Now, it's really sussy-wussy about Sat Futago in this case, ladies and gentlemen, is, of course, if you look at the entire post history, they literally only have posted about this church. The account was made to discuss this. So again, who actually knows if this is, like, legitimate or not legitimate? At the end of the day, it could either be incredibly viral marketing for something near in the future, or it could be something about the upcoming Switch release. I don't know, all right? Point is, even if it's a modification, I feel like there's more internet brownie points to be earned by showing people how these modifications could even have existed in the first place. As of now, this is one video game mystery that's currently being live debunked as we're going through, but so far only one person has done it. It also doesn't help that Yoko Taro, one of the actual people behind the development of the game, literally was asked about this, where they said, "Do you want to know about my insight? In that case, you can find an answer at my Twitter profile." And you go to their Twitter profile, I can't answer about any product. Please ask publisher. Dog, Square Enix gives no fucks about helping us out. They're in the NFT train right now. We can't get answers, so someone's got to fess up. What's really wild, too, is that there's other users, like in this case, I believe this is the PC version of the game. You can see the Xbox control prompt, so they plugged in the Xbox version of the title. And of course, it's even more evident when they pause the game once again and you see the escape button, so it's like literally the PC version of the game. So what's wild is you should be able to see some prompts. So this person actually gets a prompt, like they get a B prompt on their game. So who knows where the legitimacy is? Who knows what's actually going on? Somebody else may have actually found out something. Maybe this actually exists, maybe it doesn't. Apparently people have been playing games like Mario 64 and have found out that, hey, in some cases you can also get to the weird, sort of section, the near church, if you will. So I don't know if somebody actually even modded this into Super Mario 64 just because of this. That would be even wilder. They modded it as part of what could be a hoax. Somebody made a whole different ARG for another game. One thing that we all can agree on is Nier fans who think the church is real. Absolutely excited. Nier fans who think the church is a hoax. Absolutely excited. Now, I'm going to leave it right where it's at, ladies and gentlemen. This is a wild story to get down into, and to be real with you, it's a live debunking going on. Who knows what the next few days have in store? But what I do know is me and plenty of other people have joined the bandwagon of trying to uncover this mystery. I'm literally installing Nier Automata just so I can see this for myself. It's going to be a few days before I get to this part of the game, but when I do, I want to be seeing if I can open up this mythical church. Because if it's anything that can make anybody believe in the Lord, it might just actually be this. This is something that's making anybody hope to get into anything. Ladies and gentlemen, this could either be the greatest hoax of this year in video gaming, or this could be completely real footage. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning with Lance McDonald's and thinking this is a little bit sussy to begin with. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's harmless fun, hurting nobody. So I'm going to jump onto it and see what it's actually like. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am out.